Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning if you're on the other side of the world or somewhere in between. The goddess Kwan Yin speaks on behalf of the Karmic Board, most especially when there are world conditions to bring to your attention, so that you might be of one heart, one mind, and one consciousness, to call for the light and to stay the hand of returning karma. Today's address by beloved Quan Yin is for just this reason. It is not meant to alarm you, to give you any cause for discomfort, but to remind you that you are divinely intended to call forth the light, to change the conditions of your life. And as you are in embodiment, it is your responsibility. Won't you place your attention upon your own God presence as we travel into the heart of beloved Kwan Yin for her address? Blessed hearts, I have come in mercy's flame, so that you might be elevated in consciousness into the realm of perfection, your holy Christ presence, setting aside sufficient worries, preoccupations of the mind, emotional turmoil, and dis-ease of the physical body, so that you might be free to let your mind, the mind that is the Christ identity, soar and receive my instruction, so that when I am gone from your midst, you will remember, for it will be etched upon the flame of the heart, and you will be reminded. Is this not why the Ascended Masters have comprised their outer activities, so that you might have the remembrance of who you are in each successive endeavor sanctioned by the Karmic Board? We have drawn together those devotees that would hear the word of cosmic law and would try with every erg of the energy of their being to hold to that truth. You have come together under such an activity, a temple that honors the presence of God, that studies the individualization of that presence, and honors every son and daughter of God at the level of the Holy Christ presence, to be the hands, the feet, the creativity of their own individualized God presence. But coming together gives you other opportunity. For surely you could stay as an island in some remote part of the world and study to your heart's content, gaining certain mastery, certain attainment, and achieving great victories. But would you, in one lifetime, gain sufficient mastery to win your ascension at the close of that lifetime? Would you have enough attainment to fulfill the divine plan that is the edict and command of your own God presence for these outer vehicles that you wear? All these are questions that only your own presence, and yes, the Karmic Board, as well as your ascended master sponsors, can reveal. Coming together as a collective Ecclesia, following the truth of cosmic law, gives you an advantage of knowing how to make the calls to your own God presence and the ascended masters, with which intensity and what you are to call forth. For there is an exacting science that must be upheld. It is not enough to always make broad sweeping generalizations that do not go to the very point of the condition, whether it be in your own individual life, that of your community, country, or the world. For it requires timeliness, precision, exacting truth to be called forth. You are living in a time not foreign to the earth, for there has always been turmoil, human creation, unreality, fostered by the sons and daughters of God, that require the attention of the Karmic Board. From time to time, the spiritual leaders of the land, sponsored by the Karmic Board, will sound the tone to galvanize the attention of the students of the light into one resolve, so that there can be the anchoring of the light upon the earth to stay the hand of returning karma. Surely it is not a mystery to you that there is great karma that requires the balancing by those in embodiment. You need not look far to have revealed to your outer consciousness much of that karma already exhibited in the land. Then what are you to accomplish in the precious few hours of the day that you give to the light, give to your own God presence, give in devotion to the heart of the one God. It has always been said that what one accomplishes in a week's worth of the labor of love of invocation, another may accomplish in 1 hour. Surely each one has a glorious mighty I Am presence. Surely each one has worldly responsibilities. And surely each one loves God, loves their own God presence, looks to the ascension at the close of this life. Then what is the difference? For some, it is within the perception of the mind. For what one is able to perceive, another has an entirely different equation that they superimpose upon their call. What one has as a peace, a harmony, an emotional body that runs deep with the energy, ready to leap into action when they enlist the flame of the heart. Another may find confounding, for there is still a deep roar of chaos and turmoil in their world, and only a superficial harmony, just barely holding on. These two events in one's life would be enough to mark the difference. But shall I continue on? For it is not merely the perception of the mind or the harmony and peace of the emotional body, but it is the light that you allow to move within your own body temple, the light that you call forth daily, and do not squander. Do not feed into unreality or misqualification. The light that does not spill out in anger, gossip, or any other misuse of the sacred fire. So that one who has bided their time, building up the light within their chakras, establishing the depths of harmony that cannot be denied, and clearing away the debris of misconception that would otherwise taint or skew the very best of the truth of cosmic law. This is the difference, blessed hearts. 1 hour or 1 week, each are precious and glorious within our sight. But when we desire to have a collective fire released into the earth by invocation and decrees, by service to God in life, and it is timely to accomplish, we will come to our most sincere and devoted students who have applied the law, who have stayed the course, constantly turning their attention upon their own God presence that establishes a figure-8 flow into each of the vehicles of consciousness. Some are wont to call them dimensions, and perhaps this is so. But you understand, a more refined understanding, that they are planes of consciousness, that when your vibration is elevated, you are able to rise out of the densest of these vehicles into the realms of perfection and hold fast for a time in the rarefied atmosphere that allows you to heal your own bodies, to clear away the debris within the mind, to reestablish that depth of harmony within the emotional body, and to charge each cell of your physical body with the light of God, so that it begins to spin, each one, to throw off any dis-ease and resonate as your higher bodies of light have commanded, knowing only the perfection that is to come forth. I have rehearsed the differences of the two life streams, both of which we love, both of which we serve. And even those who know not our flame or our name, we serve and hold dear to our hearts. And this is why we would come to those that we are sure can be counted among the Ascended Master, devotees of light, that will not fail, for you have proven lifetime upon lifetime that you can stay the course, that you have what it takes to apply the law, first for your own life, and then the expansion of light for your brothers and sisters incarnate upon the earth. It is no small matter to have the Karmic Board come to you and enlist your assistance. For surely we are aware that there are those not capable of fulfilling our request, and they will shun our very message testing all manner of dispersions of their own unreality upon the message. But those who understand that we do not motivate out of fear, we do not call your attention to areas of cataclysm when there is no cataclysm threatening the earth. But during times of great turmoil, when there is unrest due to many different negativities swirling about, allowing for the astral substance of an amalgamation of human thought and feeling to multiply and expand that unreality in those who are unknowing, those untutored and taught, those who have ignored the teaching and the instruction, those who have rebelled, those who have determined to be a law unto themselves. But you, blessed hearts, as students of the Ascended Masters, understand that when the call goes forth to enter into a release of light, so that your upraised chalices can anchor that fire in the earth, it is for just cause. This is why we, the Karmic Board, have addressed you today. I have come in mercy's flame, so that my message, delivered from the Karmic Board, would be preceded by enough of mercy's flame, that if you will but receive it, it will calm and transmute in your own vehicles any unreality that might be fed into your calls, so that when you take up the fire of the command of light, it will be from a position of strength, of courage, of God determination. You will understand that the victory is already won. You will know that by your call, there are legions of angels that will respond, and they will perform that perfect work that no mortal could ever begin to satisfy. No collective incarnation, save those who are connected with their own God presence, who know when they invoke I am, that it is the command that sends forth the light of the mighty I am presence into every condition that follows. I will not rehearse what has loomed upon the screen of impending cataclysm. It is still far removed from the timetable that might otherwise have occurred. But you, blessed hearts, in your invocations, will continue to roll back any negativity returning to the earth by entering into the violet flame vigil with greater urgency. You will stay the hand, for it has been determined that those who have been taught how to connect with their mighty I Am presence under the canopy of the temple have within them the ability to call forth sufficient light to transmute and change the course of history. There will always be those who will dawdle along on the outside, waiting for the courageous heart to lead the charge and the battle. We know who you are, who will win the victory. Have you quite realized what it means for the Karmic Board to come to you instead of you coming to the Karmic Board? Ponder and consider the light that is within your own God presence, that can be called forth, that can be released into your own consciousness. If you doubt it, doubt is what you will breed. If you believe it, you will be shown by your own God presence the great victories that can be won. Throughout history, there have been many cycles stayed when there would have been great returning karma, dissolving away the earth. You are not even close to that in this time or cycle. But we desire to protect as many life streams as possible and to hold each one in the glorious love of God. Take up your calls to the violet flame, to the white light of purity, to the blue flame of protection, to the emerald ray for healing, so that there can be a healing upon the earth, a transmutation of its karmic patterns, and a reinstilling of the blueprint of the divine destiny that is sure to come with your assistance. When you have ascended, you will look back on this time and appreciate the assistance that your brothers and sisters of light have given. You will understand, for there to be a golden age, there must be those that can be counted when the cycles deem it necessary. You are such ones, for lifetime after lifetime. You have stayed the course. I commend you to the victory of your calls. We will stand with you to reinforce them, to multiply them. But as with the balancing of any karma, there must be a certain exercise engaged by those in embodiment. At the close of this opportunity, you will know if you have been victorious. The light of God is all-powerful. The light of God is all-glorious. The light of God is all-merciful. Let the mercy flame flow and wash clean the karmic patterns of all life upon the earth. I am Kwan Yin. I commend you to your mighty I Am presence to fulfill this great work.